told your friend you're not okay.
Hello everyone, welcome back to Top K-Pop, your trusted channel for the most detailed and breathtaking coverage of every unforgettable moment in the K-pop universe. Today we're going to discuss one of the performances that's been trending across social media, Kim Taehyung's incredible moment on the third day of BTS's concert in Goyang. If you thought the previous 2 days were enough to shake the world, then wait until you experience the energy and warmth that radiated from Taehyung's performance that night. Because so much happened, so many small details created perfection, and it's all worth recounting with all our hearts. Since noon, thousands of armies had filled the arena, and the atmosphere was already different. The cool breeze mixed with the light clouds that came and went, but it didn't dampen the fans' enthusiasm in the slightest. Waves of cheers could be heard from every corner, and as the clock ticked closer to Taehyung's performance, the tension of excitement increased dramatically. Like a connected energy, the fans knew exactly what awaited them. As the stage lights slowly dimmed, the screen effects gently lit up, and the intro music played, the entire arena was instantly filled with cheers. And amidst the gradually intensifying spotlight, Taehyung emerged. From his first step, his charismatic aura enveloped the entire stadium. There's no other word for it than mesmerizing. Even before he began singing, his presence had already left thousands of fans breathless. Taehyung opened his performance with a warm, genuine smile. He waved in every direction, as if to ensure that every fan in attendance felt truly cared for. And indeed, the cheers that returned sounded like an uncontrollable explosion of joy. His expression showed that he was truly enjoying the moment, as if his energy was fused with the sea of armies singing with love. When Taehyung began to sing, his voice was steady, clear, and deeply emotional. He delivered each lyric with strong emotion, creating an intimate atmosphere among the tens of thousands of people packed into the venue. The fans sang along softly, and their harmony blended with Taehyung's voice, creating an atmosphere so beautiful it's hard to describe. Taehyung also displayed the playful side that armies love so much. He made funny faces, made spontaneous comments, and mimicked the fans' reactions in a truly adorable way. The arena was instantly filled with laughter and hysterical screams. Occasionally, he would point to the audience with a wide smile, showing how much he enjoyed the interaction. Every small movement felt lively, natural, and fun. What made his performance even more memorable was his style. Taehyung appeared in a modern, semi-formal outfit that enhanced his elegance. His dark shirt gave a masculine yet stylish impression, especially with the unbuttoned top button detail, creating a casual yet classy vibe. His outerwear had a long cut that flowed with his steps on stage, creating a dramatic yet soft effect. The combination of slim-fit pants made his silhouette more proportional, while the shoes he chose complemented the overall look without being overdone. His hair was styled in natural, light waves, creating a soft shine when caught in the spotlight. Taehyung burst out laughing several times after joking with the audience. His laughter was honest and lighthearted, creating a closer and more warm atmosphere. He even covered his face while laughing because he was too embarrassed by his own antics, making the fans squeal with delight. It's small moments like these that make Taehyung seem not only like a professional performer, but also a warm and lovable person. When he entered the chorus, his vocal power truly emerged. He hit the high notes cleanly and with control, making the audience involuntarily scream with pride. ARMY also sang along with him, creating a truly emotional moment. He even turned the microphone toward the audience, and the sound of thousands of people singing along added to the magical atmosphere. This kind of interaction shows how much Taehyung cares for the fans who always support him. His facial expressions were a highlight. With a gentle gaze, a small smile, or a natural hand gesture, he was able to convey the song's emotions powerfully. At times, he stared intently into the camera, making the online audience feel like they were part of the concert. As the LED screens came back on, a small commotion could be heard from the right side of the stadium. Some fans realized that Taehyung hadn't truly left. Apparently, He had briefly reappeared from behind the stage to observe the audience's reaction through a gap in the curtain. The fleeting moment was captured by a fan's camera, and the video went viral within minutes. Taehyung smiled slightly, as if he were happy to have made the audience feel something beautiful. It was a slow but meaningful smile, an expression that seemed to say, "I'm not just here to perform, but to accompany you." Some of the staff nearby also smiled at his behavior. Taehyung, always professional on stage, apparently had a sweet and innocent side that always emerged unexpectedly. And what made him even more captivating was the way he gazed out at the still buzzing arena, even though he was no longer standing center stage. It was as if he wanted to preserve the sight as a memory for himself. Backstage, reports from several fan accounts suggested that Taehyung still had time to joke around with the crew. He waved to the backstage cameras, striking an adorable pose while brushing back his hair, which had become slightly messy from his energetic performance. Although the audience couldn't see the moment directly, the aura of happiness he radiated seemed to be carried back to the arena through the screens displaying his moving silhouette. Soon after, the concert lights dimmed again, and the cheers grew louder as signs of an encore began to appear. Armies kept calling each member's name, but the sound of Kim Taehyung rang out loudest, echoing from every direction like waves crashing against each other. Even amidst the thousands of screams, some fans still cried and laughed, saying they had never seen Taehyung so warm and cheerful during a concert before. Seconds later, soft music played, and one by one the BTS members returned to the stage. But the eyes of thousands of people immediately fell on Taehyung, who this time appeared with a smile much brighter than before. Perhaps it was the fans' reaction, or perhaps because he was truly enjoying every second of the night, but his aura felt different, warmer, gentler, and more loving. He waved even more enthusiastically, even jogging to the center of the stage to catch up with the other members who had already stood. This small gesture made the stadium erupt in laughter once again. Taehyung truly looked like someone who felt the night was too precious to let pass. During the encore, Taehyung continued to interact with the fans in a very natural way. He took a small camera from the staff member for a selfie while turning the camera towards the sea of ARMY, capturing the precious moment. He even called out to another member and joked that ARMY on the third day were noisier but sweeter. Of course, the entire stadium immediately erupted again. In one equally viral moment, Taehyung stood center stage with his eyes closed for a moment, enjoying the sound of the crowd's cheers like someone who would never forget that harmony for the rest of his life. The gentle breeze that night blew his hair slightly, and the stage lights reflected the subtle shimmer of his outfit, creating a stunning visual, a portrait of a global star shining not only because of his charisma, but because of his love for the people who supported him. As the encore entered its emotional section, Taehyung approached the edge of the stage, bowed low, his hand on his chest, and expressed his gratitude in both Korean and English. He spoke softly but clearly, expressing how grateful he was to be able to perform in front of ARMY for 3 consecutive days in Goyang. He added that he would cherish the small moments created that night. The fans immediately screamed even louder, some holding up banners with his name on them, and Taehyung smiled at the sight. What made the moment even more beautiful was when he made small finger hearts, not just once, but repeatedly, pointing them to the front, the sides, and even the farthest stands. He wanted to make sure all the fans felt seen, even with just a simple gesture. And each time he did, the cheers erupted again like a never-ending wave. At the end of the encore, Taehyung stood with the other members, but kept glancing back at the audience, as if not yet satisfied with the view. He waved for a long time, even when the music was almost completely over. And when he finally slowly stepped off the stage, he still had time to look back and give one last smile with a twinkle in his eye.